How would you like to generate 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, or even 30 million as your retirement fund? It's called the compound effect because, as Albert Einstein said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Most of the people work Mondays to Fridays from 8 to 5, 10 to 7, or 11 to 8. And some work from night to morning. I'm referring to people who work in the BPO industry for 10, 20, or even 40 years, but still end up not having enough savings, or even not having savings at all. Even people who earn a decent amount of money fail to plan this, all because they focus too much on what they want, not on what they need. As a result, they end up working for the rest of their lives. They don't have enough fund for emergency purposes. They don't have enough time for their family. They don't have enough funds for retirement. They don't have time and financial freedom that they want. Sounds familiar? For many corporate executives and employees, this is the reality they face. It's a curse that has been passed down generation to generation. Only corporate executives and employees with predictable wealth system for attracting and creating a sound financial plan. When I apply this system, it works and it's simple. What's a system? A system is when you apply the fundamental formula and it works all the time. Yes, you heard it right. All the time. Hi, my name is Russell Gamad, Investment and Retirement Specialist. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to share exactly how myself and my clients have created a cash-rich retirement system for generating 10, 20, even 50 million pesos for their business in mind or as their retirement fund. I am also going to share with you the biggest mistake most corporate executive and employees are making when it comes to investments. The two things that 7 to 8 figure retirees, corporate executives, and employees have in their plan that the struggling people do not have. The simple, proven, step-by-step system that generates wealth through an automated system that you can start putting to work for your life right now. These are the exact same strategies that I have used to grow my retirement fund to over millions for my clients earning 6 figures to 7 figures. You see, over the past few years, I have been helping a group of corporate people who are very committed to two things. First, expanding their wealth. Second, having a lot of fun in the process. So if you're a corporate executive or employee looking to have a predictable way to generate a cash-rich retirement, then you're definitely in the right place, and you're going to love what I'm about to share with you. Now, the top 2 people who I work with fall into the following categories. First, corporate executive and employees. Second, small business owners. Vincent, a friend and client of mine who works as a restaurant manager. I taught him the proper way of investing money and now on its way of having a 10 million before he hit 60. My sister Roselle, who also happens to be a client of mine, who works in a BPO company, is now on her way of growing an educational fund worth 5 million for her son. Sunshine, another client of mine who works in a hotel, now growing money for her retirement worth 20 million. Now, the best thing about this predictable wealth system is that it creates vehicles that match your investment goals, executes these goals obsessively. It's based on proven results all the time. Now, in the investment or business, I'm sure you've noticed that people fall into one of these two categories. Savers, people who make some money sometimes and no money most of the time, or who spend way too much time making too little and end up getting up in more debt. Wealth generators, people who are absolutely crushing it, making more and more money and spending less and less time. What is it that makes some people able to travel and build wealth while other corporate executives and employees make less than they could in a full-time job, and struggle to pay the rent. After talking to hundreds of business owners and corporate executives and employees and being in this industry for years, I have realized that the wealth generator's secret formula have two key things in place, while the saver has only one of the two or sometimes none. And the truth is that if you have both of these things in place in your life and business, it becomes very easy and predictable to build a wealth chest of 5, 10, 15, or 20 million or even more. Well, the best way that I can explain this to you is with the story of Warren Buffett. Born in Nebraska in 1930, Warren Buffett demonstrated keen business abilities at a young age. He formed Buffett Partnership in 1956, and by 1965, he had assumed control of Berkshire Hathaway, overseeing the growth of a conglomerate with holdings in the media, insurance, energy, and food and beverage industries. Buffett became one of the world's richest men and a celebrated philanthropist. Ask Warren Buffett for the single most powerful factor behind his investing success, and he'd respond, compound interest, without skipping a bit. He's been preaching this for 6 decades, and it's made him a billionaire, and it's something every investor can copy. Now, what is compound interest? Compound interest is the addition of interest to the principal sum of a loan or deposit, or in other words, interest on interest. It is the result of reinvesting interest rather than paying it out. So that interest in the next period is then earned on the principal sum plus previously accumulated interest. I will give you an example. Investment vehicle A gives you a 10% simple interest annually, and investment vehicle B gives you a compound interest annually. Now, what's the difference? In investment vehicle A, if you invested 1 million pesos, your annual interest will be 100,000. And in 10 years, you will double your money. So your total money will be 2 million pesos after 10 years. While in the investment vehicle B with compound interest, if you invested 1 million pesos, your first annual interest will also be 100,000. Same as in investment vehicle A. But in the succeeding years, investment vehicle B will give you interest on interest. And in 10 years, your total money will be more than 2.5 million. How did this happen? It's simple. After the first year, the principal amount to get the interest is not anymore 1 million but 1.1 million. And the second year, it will be 1.21 million. And it will continue to grow over time. Just imagine if you do this for 20 or more years. That's why starting early was really a good idea. Now I want you to pause for a moment and let this next point really sink in, because it's a big one and it's almost the exact opposite to what everybody else out there is feeding you. Today, in the internet marketing and investment industry, most people are obsessed with the hottest investment source and completely ignoring their system to convert their income into wealth. Most corporate executives and employees and investors are obsessed and frenzied over the new multi-level marketing, foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, and the new food cart business. How do I know? I too faced the trap and realized the truth. I've worked for almost 8 years in the corporate world and BPO industry. I will never forget how it felt like to be in the inescapable rat race for wealth and power. After reflecting and considering where my skills and passions intersected with the needs of my family and the society, I found myself in the pivotal moment of stepping into the consultancy business. My consultant spirit first gripped me as a young man in the streets of Cainta, and I never thought of becoming my own boss in the investment industry. I then realized that I had the unique ability to identify often overlooked markets and find solutions to their problems. Now remember how I told you that corporate executives and employees who are successful and have two things in place that the savers and warriors don't? Well, those two things are: 1. A disciplined financial wealth strategy that automates to perfection. 2. A system that will convert your income into liquid wealth. Because it comes down to this: if you can be a disciplined investor to follow a system, then you can't have an 8-figure cash retirement to build ultra wealth. Now let's get down to business and show you exactly how you can get a predictable system for generating wealth today. There are only two things that matter in investing. First is asset allocation. Second is automation. If you are not happy with the retirement funds now that you want in your life, then let me ask you these two questions. How much of your income is allocated to your retirement? Do you have an idea on exactly how much money you need once you retire? You see, in the investment and retirement game, it's easy to get distracted by all these activities and new shiny objects. But the raw reality is that you only need to do these two things. The wealth generators investment game. The players with 7-figure profits and true liquid wealth have a predictable method for generating wealth. 1. They have specific financial goals. 2. They create a plan and attack it ferociously. When you have a predictable system for generating wealth, and you know these two, it is as simple as looking at your wealth plan and monitoring your goals weekly, monthly, and yearly. While the grinders and struggle bunnies are looking to pull a new rabbit out of the hat to get some new investment scheme. So what does this system look like? Well, it starts with targeting the right investment vehicle and knowing your end goal. Part of this process is doing the TVM, or time value of money. We do this by calculating your money's purchasing power versus inflation. We do this by calling out your ideal specific retirement goals and speaking about why you want this money and things in the first place. What is a retirement goal? The amount needed so when you retire at a certain age, you can have enough money to enjoy through your years. I can show you the financial wealth pyramid and show you what wealthy people do right and the rest do wrong. It's how the wealthy people structure their investment, making it seamless and very effective. The result of this is 100% crystal clear goal and a strategy beneficial not only for you and your family. And the best part? You will know down to the last peso how your investment will be when you actually retire, and maybe even retire earlier. You will finally have the system that moves your retirement investment forward when and where you need it. Cracking the code. To execute the system correctly, you need to get certain things in alignment, and I refer to this as cracking the code. The 4 things are: clear specified goals, a proven investment vehicle, a proper timeline, and last, consistent discipline and commitment to your goals and in the system. When you have these 4 things in alignment, you can unlock the code and literally have some amazing result, just like my clients have experienced. Now again, you have to have the right system to be able to do this and get these results. And you can do it the hard way, which is like going to the lock and trying to guess the code. But you know there are more than 10,000 possible combinations to a 4-digit lock, right? Well, you can try crack it yourself, and who knows? Maybe you will find a combination that works in a year or 2 or 3, but most probably never. Or you can do it the easy way and just get the code to unlock it and get the results immediately. And that's what I do all day in my own business and for my clients and their business. Well, by now, you're probably thinking, how can I get a predictable system in my retirement that can generate 5, 10, 20, or even 50 million as your retirement fund? This is perfect for you if you are looking to be stress and worry-free about money, leverage your income and savings, building a trust or retirement fund, enjoy life and travel. Because right now, I'm looking for a few more of my dream clients where I can help them get these kinds of massive results that I have shared with you. That's why for a limited time, I like to work with you in a wealth strategy session if you meet the criteria below. See, I work with primarily 3 types of clients. First, people who want to generate more wealth, who are ready to buy now and don't penny pinch and delay decision. Second, people who want to improve their money skills and also help with savings and management so you don't have to worry all the time. Third, people who want to dramatically increase their wealth and work with a higher caliber of clients so that they can make more money while dealing with less work and headaches. So here's how the process works. We will be focused on a specific and custom-tailored strategy and execution to help you solve the 2 biggest problems that the most corporate executives and employees have. First, no clear goal. Second, create a plan to reach this goal and having the right expert to help you do this. This cash-rich retirement strategy session will take around 30 to 45 minutes, and you will be speaking with me personally. And I'll be helping you identify what you've already got and helping you put together a strategy to dramatically grow your wealth by 3, 4, even 5 times without increasing the amount of time you spend in your work. So who is this for? Well, this is for corporate executives and employees making some income and ready to start. This is for people who know they are good at what they do and they truly believe that they can end up with cash-rich 6-figure, even 7-figure retirement. It's also for people who truly believe helping others and getting them results above everything else. Willing to have some skin in a game and understand that they need to invest money to grow their wealth and take it to the next level. Working with me as a client is not cheap, but most of my clients stick with me for the long term because they see results in 3 to 5 years. So who is this not for? This is not for people who don't have disposable income from their savings to grow a retirement plan. People who make excuses and complain. People who are stuck in get-rich-scheme mode and are not prepared to take action or get results. Anyone not serious about growing their wealth to another 10 to 50 million in the next 10 to 20 years. Now, knowing that we're a good fit is crucial because I like to get all of my clients' results and work with them for the long term. And to do that, I need to get them a quick ROI. And the truth is, there are some people who I cannot help. And if that's the case, I will be 100% upfront with you and suggest somebody else or an alternative. I'm only looking for those who are a good fit and who I am certain that I can get results for. The first step is to complete an application for a private strategy session below, and this application is necessary to determine that I can help you and I'm the best person to help you generate those results. That you are ready to step up, commit, take action, and do the required work to generate the results. Now once I receive your application, you will be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session. And this is where we will really start working together to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible and with predictability. And then at the end of the call, 1 or 2 things will happen. You'll either be a fit and I will extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or if it's not a good fit, that's totally okay too, and there's no hard feelings or obligations or anything. Either way, you will receive an insanely valuable strategy session and you'll walk away with newfound clarity as to where you are right now and what's holding you back from achieving the results that you need. That together with the exact next steps necessary to take action and break through your barriers. It will likely be the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in yourself this year. So go ahead and complete your application now, and we will see if we're a good fit for doing business together. So with that being said, please understand that this window of opportunity won't be available for long. And what I have found is those who have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are the most likely to get results and most likely to become my best clients and crush it together for years to come. So if you feel like this is right for you, go ahead and apply right now to see if you qualify, and then go ahead and follow the instructions on the next page.